Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the journey of walking alone, much like a lone wolf. In a world that often glorifies collaboration and teamwork, the idea of standing alone can feel daunting, even isolating. Yet there is immense power in solitude, and sometimes the path to true self discovery requires us to embrace the wilderness of our own company. Walking alone allows us to reconnect with our inner selves, to hear our own thoughts without the distractions of others. It's a chance to shed the expectations and judgments that can often weigh us down. Just like the lone wolf, we learn to trust our instincts, listen to our hearts, and navigate the path less traveled. But solitude isn't always easy. It can bring feelings of vulnerability and uncertainty. Yet I urge you to see these feelings not as weaknesses, but as the raw materials of courage. To walk alone means to face ourselves, to confront our fears, and to find strength in our solitude. It means recognizing that we are enough just as we are without needing the validation of the pack. As we embrace the lone wolf within us, let us remember that walking alone can also lead to profound connections with others. When we accept our own solitude, we open ourselves to deeper, more meaningful relationships with those who truly resonate with our authentic selves. So let's not shy away from our solitary journeys. Let's celebrate the courage it takes to walk alone and the unique wisdom that emerges from these experiences. Walking alone allows for deep self-reflection and the chance to truly understand oneself, free from external influences. Acknowledging our loneliness can be uncomfortable, but it is a vital step in building resilience and courage. Prioritizing our own values and beliefs over societal expectations leads to a more fulfilling and genuine life. Like a lone wolf navigating the wilderness, trusting our intuition is crucial when making decisions in solitude. Solitude can be empowering. It teaches us that we are capable of facing challenges on our own and finding strength within. When we accept our solitude, we become more open to authentic relationships, connecting with others on a deeper level. Walking alone is an opportunity for personal growth, allowing us to learn valuable lessons about resilience, self-reliance, and inner peace. Each solitary journey is unique, and embracing our individuality not only enriches our lives but also inspires others to walk their own paths. Embracing solitude is not merely about being alone, it's about creating a sacred space for introspection and self-discovery. In our fast-paced, hyper-connected world, we often equate busyness with worthiness. We fill our schedules to the brim, striving to meet the expectations of others while neglecting our own needs. But in those moments of solitude, when we step back from the noise and distractions, we give ourselves the invaluable opportunity to reconnect with who we truly are. Solitude invites us to listen to our thoughts, our emotions, and our inner voice. It can be a time of reckoning where we confront our fears and insecurities without the facade we often wear in social settings. It's in this quiet space that we can ask ourselves important questions. What do I really want? What brings me joy? What are my true values? These moments of reflection can spark profound insights that propel us toward a more authentic life. Yet, embracing solitude can feel daunting. It can stir up feelings of loneliness or inadequacy, especially if we are accustomed to seeking validation through our relationships or achievements. However, it is essential to recognize that these feelings are a natural part of the process. In embracing solitude, we learn to sit with discomfort and understand that vulnerability is not a weakness, it is a strength. It takes courage to face ourselves honestly, to acknowledge our imperfections, and to show up in our lives authentically. Moreover, solitude can lead to personal growth in ways that social interactions may not. When we step away from the expectations and judgments of others, we create a space where we can explore our passions, our creativity, and our unique perspectives. It is in these quiet moments that we often find inspiration and clarity, allowing our true selves to emerge. Embracing solitude doesn't mean we have to walk the path alone forever. Rather, it empowers us to cultivate richer, more meaningful connections when we do choose to engage with others. When we understand ourselves deeply, we can bring our authentic selves into our relationships, fostering connections that are built on mutual understanding and respect. Ultimately, solitude is a journey back to ourselves, a chance to reclaim our voices and our narratives. In embracing solitude, we give ourselves the gift of understanding, acceptance, and growth, allowing us to walk through life not just as individuals, but as empowered beings who are fully aware of their own worth. Courage and vulnerability is a powerful concept that challenges the way we often view strength and weakness. In a culture that often glorifies self-sufficiency and stoicism, embracing our vulnerabilities can feel like stepping into uncharted territory. Yet it is precisely in these moments of vulnerability that we find the seeds of true courage. When we allow ourselves to be seen raw and unfiltered, we open the door to authentic connections and deeper relationships. Acknowledging our vulnerabilities requires immense bravery. It means admitting that we are human and, like everyone else, we experience fear, uncertainty, and doubt. This admission can be incredibly liberating. It allows us to shed the armor we often wear to protect ourselves from judgment or rejection. By showing our true selves, we not only embrace our imperfections but also invite others to do the same. In this shared experience, we discover that we are not alone in our struggles. We find a sense of belonging that transcends superficial interactions. Choosing to be vulnerable also means confronting our fears head-on. It can be intimidating to express our feelings, ask for help, or share our dreams and aspirations. But it is in these moments of uncertainty that we build resilience. Each time we step into vulnerability, we expand our capacity to handle the unknown. We learn that discomfort is a natural part of growth and that embracing it can lead to profound transformation. Moreover, vulnerability fosters creativity and innovation. When we allow ourselves to take risks, whether in our personal lives or professional endeavors, we open the door to new ideas and possibilities. Embracing our imperfections encourages us to experiment, to fail, and to learn from those failures. This mindset not only enriches our lives, but also inspires those around us to step outside their comfort zones and embrace their own vulnerabilities. Courage and vulnerability is also about recognizing our worthiness, even in moments of uncertainty. It is about understanding that we are enough just as we are without needing to prove ourselves to anyone. When we embrace our vulnerabilities, we honor our experiences and emotions, validating our right to feel and express ourselves. This self-acceptance lays the groundwork for a life filled with authenticity and joy. Ultimately, courage and vulnerability is a radical act of self-love. It is an invitation to honor our own journeys, to recognize that our stories matter, and to share them with the world. When we choose to be vulnerable, we cultivate a space for empathy and understanding, allowing us to connect with others on a deeper level. In doing so, we not only empower ourselves but also inspire a culture of openness and acceptance, encouraging others to embrace their own vulnerabilities and step into their courage. Choosing authenticity over acceptance is a transformative decision that requires us to examine the core of who we are and how we present ourselves to the world. In a society that often values conformity and the approval of others, the journey toward authenticity can feel daunting. Yet, it is this very journey that holds the key to a life filled with purpose and fulfillment. When we prioritize being true to ourselves over seeking external validation, we begin to break free from the constraints that limit our potential. Authenticity begins with self-awareness, a deep understanding of our values, passions, and beliefs. It requires us to peel back the layers of social conditioning that encourage us to conform to the expectations of others. This process of self-discovery is not always easy. It can be uncomfortable to confront aspects of ourselves that we've hidden away or downplayed to fit in. However, it is through this discomfort that we uncover the essence of who we are. When we embrace our true selves, we create a solid foundation upon which to build our lives. In prioritizing authenticity, we also learn to embrace our imperfections. We are often led to believe that we must present a polished, idealized version of ourselves to be accepted. Yet, true connection stems from vulnerability and the willingness to share our flaws and struggles. By being open about our experiences, we not only liberate ourselves, but also create space for others to share their own stories. This authenticity fosters deeper relationships as we connect with one another on a more profound level. Moreover, authenticity empowers us to make choices aligned with our true selves. When we act in accordance with our values, we experience a sense of integrity and congruence in our lives. This alignment brings a clarity of purpose that allows us to navigate challenges with resilience and confidence. In contrast, when we seek acceptance at the expense of our authenticity, we may find ourselves feeling discontented or lost as we stray further from our true path. Embracing authenticity also encourages us to set boundaries. When we are clear about who we are and what we stand for, we can establish healthy limits that protect our emotional well-being. This might mean saying no to opportunities that do not resonate with our values or distancing ourselves from relationships that feel inauthentic. By prioritizing our needs and desires, we create space for genuine connections and experiences that uplift us. Choosing authenticity over acceptance is not without its challenges. It can be frightening to express our true selves, especially if it goes against the grain of societal norms or expectations. However, it is in these moments of courage that we truly shine. By embracing who we are, we inspire others to do the same, creating a ripple effect of authenticity that can transform our communities. Ultimately, the journey toward authenticity is a lifelong commitment to self-acceptance and self-love. It is about honoring our uniqueness and recognizing that our worth is inherent, not contingent upon the approval of others. When we choose to live authentically, we give ourselves permission to be fully present in our lives, embracing every moment with an open heart and a genuine spirit. In this way, authenticity becomes a powerful force for change, not only in our own lives, but in the lives of those around us. Trusting your instincts is a profound act of self-empowerment that invites us to listen to our inner voice and navigate our lives with confidence and authenticity. In a world filled with external noise, opinions, expectations, and societal norms, it can be challenging to tune into that quiet, intuitive whisper within us. Yet, this instinctual guidance is often our most reliable compass, leading us toward choices that resonate with our true selves. When we trust our instincts, we cultivate a deeper connection to our emotions and experiences. Our instincts are shaped by our life experiences, our values, and our unique perspectives. They serve as a rich source of wisdom, guiding us through uncertainty and helping us discern what feels right or wrong for us. However, trusting these instincts requires vulnerability, the courage to listen to our feelings, even when they challenge conventional wisdom or the opinions of others. Often we may find ourselves doubting our instincts, questioning our intuition in favor of external validation. We seek reassurance from friends, family, or societal standards, fearing that our inner guidance may lead us astray. This self-doubt can create a disconnection from our true selves and can lead to choices that do not align with our values. But embracing the power of our instincts means honoring our internal compass and recognizing that we are the experts of our own lives. Learning to trust our instincts is a journey that requires practice and patience. It starts with creating space for self-reflection, allowing ourselves to slow down and tune into our thoughts and feelings. Journaling, meditation, or simply taking quiet moments in nature can help us connect with our inner voice. The more we engage in this practice, the clearer our instincts become, enabling us to navigate decisions with greater confidence. Trusting your instincts also involves acknowledging the discomfort that may arise when we step outside of societal expectations. It can feel risky to follow our instincts, especially if they lead us in a direction that is different from what is expected. However, it is often in these moments of discomfort that we discover our true strength. Each time we honor our instincts, we reinforce our self-trust and build resilience against the fear of judgment or failure. Moreover, trusting our instincts can deepen our relationships. When we are in tune with ourselves, we communicate more authentically with others, expressing our needs and desires openly. This authenticity fosters mutual understanding and connection as we invite others to engage with us from a place of honesty. By trusting our instincts, we create an environment where vulnerability is welcomed, allowing for deeper, more meaningful interactions. Ultimately, trusting your instincts is about embracing the unique journey of self-discovery and self-acceptance. It is a declaration that we are worthy of following our own path, regardless of how it aligns with others' expectations. As we cultivate this trust, we learn to embrace our individuality and acknowledge that our instincts are a vital part of who we are. By honoring our inner voice, we empower ourselves to navigate life with clarity, courage, and an unwavering sense of authenticity. In this way, trusting our instincts becomes not just a personal journey, but a profound act of courage that inspires others to listen to their own inner guidance and embrace their true selves. Finding strength is an intricate and deeply personal journey that often unfolds in the most unexpected ways. It's easy to think of strength as an unwavering fortress, a display of might and resilience. However, true strength is much more nuanced. It is rooted in vulnerability and the ability to embrace our emotions, even the uncomfortable ones. It is the quiet courage to face adversity, to acknowledge our struggles, and to rise from them with a deeper understanding of ourselves. When we embark on the path of finding our strength, we often confront our fears and insecurities head-on. This process can be daunting, as it requires us to peel back the layers we've built to protect ourselves. It involves standing in the uncomfortable space of uncertainty, allowing ourselves to feel the full spectrum of emotions from fear and sadness to joy and hope. In this vulnerability lies the foundation of true strength. It is the courage to be seen and to show up, even when the path ahead is unclear. Finding strength is also about embracing our imperfections. Society often equates strength with perfection, leading us to believe that we must have everything figured out to be worthy or successful. Yet the reality is that our flaws and struggles are what make us human. They connect us to others, creating a sense of shared experience. When we accept our imperfections, we unlock the door to genuine self-compassion. We learn that it's okay to stumble, to ask for help, and to acknowledge our limitations. This acceptance becomes a powerful source of strength, allowing us to navigate challenges with greater resilience. Moreover, the act of finding strength often involves reaching out to others. We are social beings, and our connections play a vital role in our journey. It takes strength to seek support, to share our vulnerabilities with those we trust, and to lean on others during difficult times. By doing so, we not only lighten our burdens, but also create opportunities for deeper connections and empathy. When we share our struggles, we invite others to do the same, fostering a sense of community that reinforces our collective strength. Finding strength is also about recognizing our values and staying true to them, even in the face of adversity. It requires us to stand firm in our beliefs and make choices that align with our authentic selves. This alignment gives us a sense of purpose and direction, grounding us in our convictions when the winds of change threaten to sway us. When we live in accordance with our values, we cultivate an inner strength that empowers us to face challenges with confidence. As we navigate the complexities of life, it's important to remember that finding strength is not a destination but a continuous journey. It evolves as we grow, learn, and adapt to new experiences. There will be times when we feel strong and capable, and other times when we may feel vulnerable and unsure. Both states are valid and necessary parts of the human experience. In acknowledging this ebb and flow, we allow ourselves to be fully present in our journey, honoring our emotions as we move through life. Ultimately, finding strength is about embracing our authentic selves, vulnerabilities included. It is about recognizing that true strength lies not in the absence of fear or pain, but in our ability to rise and keep moving forward despite them. By cultivating self-compassion, reaching out for support, and staying true to our values, we empower ourselves to navigate life with resilience and grace. In this way, the journey of finding strength becomes a celebration of our humanity, a testament to the incredible capacity we all possess to rise, to connect, and to thrive. Deepening connections is an essential aspect of the human experience, yet it often requires us to step outside our comfort zones and embrace vulnerability. In a world that sometimes encourages superficial interactions, the true richness of our relationships lies in our willingness to show up authentically, to reveal our true selves, and to share our stories with one another. It is through this openness that we cultivate meaningful connections that nourish our spirits and foster a sense of belonging. When we choose to deepen our connections, we invite others into our lives in a way that transcends surface-level exchanges. This process begins with vulnerability, the courage to share our thoughts, feelings, and experiences without the fear of judgment or rejection. It means being willing to express our fears, our dreams, and even our struggles. In doing so, we create a safe space for others to reciprocate, fostering an environment where genuine connection can flourish. This exchange of authenticity allows us to see one another not just as individuals, but as fellow travelers navigating the complexities of life. Moreover, deepening connections requires active listening and empathy. It's about being fully present in our interactions, giving our attention to the person before us, and truly hearing their stories. When we listen with an open heart, we create a bond that transcends words. We acknowledge the unique journeys of others and honor their experiences, which fosters trust and understanding. This empathy strengthens our relationships, allowing us to connect on a deeper emotional level, where we can support and uplift one another. It's important to recognize that vulnerability is not always easy. It can be frightening to let our guards down. However, it is through these moments of courage that we often find the most profound connections. When we share our true selves, we invite others to do the same. This mutual exchange of vulnerability fosters a sense of belonging that can be incredibly healing. We realize that we are not alone in our struggles, and this shared understanding creates a powerful bond that can weather the storms of life. Deepening connections also involves embracing the beauty of differences. Each person we encounter brings a unique perspective shaped by their experiences and backgrounds. By appreciating and celebrating these differences, we enrich our understanding of the world and cultivate empathy. This openness to diversity not only deepens our connections, but also encourages us to grow and learn from one another, fostering a community built on respect and appreciation. In our pursuit of deeper connections, it's essential to prioritize quality over quantity. We may be tempted to surround ourselves with many acquaintances, but the most fulfilling relationships are often those that are nurtured over time. Investing in a few meaningful connections allows us to build trust and intimacy, creating a strong support network that we can rely on during challenging times. These relationships become anchors in our lives, providing us with the love and encouragement we need to navigate our journeys. Ultimately, deepening connections is about embracing the fullness of our humanity, our joys, our sorrows, our triumphs, and our struggles. It is an invitation to show up authentically and to create a tapestry of relationships that reflect our true selves. As we foster these connections, we not only enhance our own lives, but also contribute to the well-being of those around us. In this way, deepening connections becomes a powerful catalyst for personal growth, resilience, and a profound sense of belonging in a world that often feels fragmented. By leaning into vulnerability and nurturing our relationships, we create a space where love, empathy, and understanding can thrive, enriching our lives in immeasurable ways. Learning from solitude is one of the most transformative experiences we can have, though it often feels uncomfortable at first. In a culture that celebrates constant connection and activity, solitude can seem daunting, even lonely. But when we embrace solitude, we open ourselves to a space of deep reflection, personal growth, and a clearer understanding of who we are and what we truly need. It's in these quiet moments, away from the noise of the world, that we begin to hear our own inner voice with clarity. Solitude provides a unique opportunity to reconnect with ourselves. It strips away the distractions and allows us to sit with our thoughts, emotions, and experiences. This can be intimidating because, in the silence, we are often confronted with things we've been avoiding: our fears, insecurities, or unresolved emotions. But this confrontation is also where the deepest learning happens. By allowing ourselves to sit with these feelings, we begin to understand them, process them, and ultimately grow from them. Solitude becomes the space where we cultivate self-awareness, where we ask ourselves the hard questions: what do I really want? What am I avoiding? Where am I holding back? One of the most powerful lessons we learn from solitude is how to be with ourselves without seeking external validation. In the quiet, there is no audience, no need to perform, no one to impress. We learn to find comfort in our own company, to trust our own judgment, and to validate our own experiences. This self-reliance doesn't mean shutting others out. Rather, it empowers us to engage with the world from a place of wholeness. When we learn to rely on our inner guidance, we move through life with more confidence and authenticity, no longer dependent on the approval or opinions of others to define our worth. Solitude also teaches us the value of stillness in a world that often prizes busyness. In the stillness, we allow our minds and hearts to settle. We make space for insights and creativity to emerge in ways they rarely do when we are constantly on the go. This stillness is fertile ground for new ideas and solutions to surface, for perspective to shift, and for clarity to take root. The more we practice solitude, the more we realize that our best thinking, our truest wisdom, often arises not from doing more, but from allowing ourselves the quiet to simply be.